What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of El Jardín Perdido. Today I'm going to show you how to get a little more eggplant out of your eggplants. Alright, so behind me I have this huge eggplant, and when I first planted it and it wasn't that big, I was getting eggplants left and right. It was great. But we've had a lot of rain recently, and I think that's stopped some of the pollinators from coming out, bees and such, and I wasn't getting anything. And it wasn't until I looked online and discovered some tricks that I started actually just recently getting fruit after self-pollinating the other day. So I'm going to step you guys through that real quick. So one of the main things that you guys are going to need is to make sure that the flowers are intact, they're nice and new. Oh, this guy just fell and it had a fruit on it. You're gonna wanna make sure that the flower is nice and new. The fact that this hasn't been productive until recently means that there's a lot of flowers that have expired, and I'll show you some examples of those. But basically what you need to know is eggplants are hermaphroditic, meaning they're self-pollinating. They have both the male and female parts here. We have the yellow part here is the antler, and the stemma is the female part, which is protruding right here. So there's a few ways to do this. Being that it's been rainy, I don't think this method was working for me, but a lot of people just said give it a flick without damaging the flower too much, and that should shake the male pollen into the female receptor there, but that wasn't really working for me. Also, if you're gonna do that, be advised that there are thorns growing on the flowers, so they could prick you. What I find more helpful is using something as simple as either a paintbrush or a makeup brush, and you'll take pollen from one flower, the male part, and you'll just start distributing it around to the tip of each other. If for some reason you do not have a paintbrush, a makeup brush, I've even seen people use blades of grass. I actually did this because I was in a hurry. I'll show you guys real quick, sacrificing the fruit there. But you can go ahead and remove the stemma if you want. You won't need that. And this is your paintbrush, so to say. So we're gonna go kind of look around. I did some recent pollinating on this, so I don't expect too many fresh flowers, but there should be some. So you're gonna find a fresh flower like this, and especially if the stemma right there is still green, you know it's good. And you're gonna take your little paintbrush here and just make some contact with that. And you're gonna go around and do that to all the flowers. This is a scenario where I may not expect pollination. It looks like it may have been slightly expired. I'll show you guys a worser case scenario real quick. See these, no fruit, and they're completely expired. It's like no question. I'll find one that's a little more questionable just to show you guys some detail. Okay, right here is the perfect example. That I wouldn't expect any pollination from. If you want, you can go ahead and try to pollinate it, but yeah. Also, another factor which I just thought of is that you want to make sure the flowers are open, of course. I've been doing this in the mornings and during the day, which of course they'd most likely be open. Anyway guys, again, thanks for tuning in to another episode. Feel free to leave any comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, thanks.